We're going to go over some percent problems that finish chapter 7.4. Here's a process I want to introduce you to. There's going to be two methods. We have the proportion method, and then we'll have an equation method to solve percent problems. To introduce that idea, you should think about this question here, and if you understand what's being described here, then you probably have a good sense of percents. So imagine you have a price for a jacket. It's marked up 40% to obtain the retail price. There's the wholesale price where the person buys the jacket for, and then they mark it up at a retail price. And then the retail price is then marked down 40% to a sale price. Are the wholesale price and the sale price the same? If not, explain why not and determine which is larger. And so it turns out these prices will not be the same. I want you to think about that. Once you increase 40% and decrease 40%, you're not going to get back down to the same values because you're decreasing a percent, which is a part of a whole you're taking. And then once you increase the price, you're 40%. When you reduce it, you're taking it from a bigger value. So something to think about. We'll have some conversations. And so let's look at these problems here. The following questions illustrate three common types of problems involving percent. Let's walk through that. I set the first one up for us. A car was purchased at $13,000 with a 20% down payment. How much was the down payment? So I want to set up using the proportion method here, where you can see percents can be expressed as a fraction. It's the percent divided by 100, right, out of 100. Percent problems involve three pieces of information: the percent and two numbers, usually, or not usually, two numbers, which can be written as a fraction. The relationship between these numbers is shown in a proportion. So it's really to have a part over the whole relationship, right? The part over the whole is 100%. And to solve a problem like this, here's the car's purchase. And actually, my daughter taught me this, showed me that she uses a bar to represent the 100%. And then she writes 100 on the bottom. 13,000 is part of the 100%. 20% down payment would be here. And so then this would be the value we're looking for right there. How much was the down payment? And you can see a proportion is set up. You can say A over 20 is equal to 13,000 over 100. And so then you see that 13,000 goes to 100, and then you would solve that problem there by cross multiplying, and then you get 100. A is equal to 26,000. A is equal to, divided by 100, move it twice, 260. So there's our example for that one there. You can then see this, the down payment is $260. Let me fix that real quick. It's not 26, 260,000, because it's 4 zeros, and then move it twice, 2,600. Let's set up B now. 162 seniors. So I'm going to always set up a rectangle to represent the 100%. 162 seniors, 90% of the class are going on the field trip. How many seniors are there? So what we're looking for in this case, we're looking for, so we have, here's the 90%. It doesn't matter where I draw it. 90% is 162. So now we're looking for this value right here. How much is the 100%? You have the 90%, 100%, 162 is 90, and then you're solving for this value, and that's it. So you end up with 162 over 90 is equal to x over 100. And so then when we solve that, you get 162, 0 equals 90x. And then you go ahead and then do 162, 0 divided by 90. And so then you get your answer. X is 180. Let's go ahead and finish part C. I'm going to write on the blue, so I'm going to change the color to green. I should be able to see it perfect. Susan scored 48 points on a 68-point test. On a 60-point test. So there's my rectangle. What percent did she get? So what we're looking at is here, a 60 point is 100%. She scored 48 points, and we're looking for what percent. So this problem just becomes 48 over x equals 60 over 100. You're going to then cross multiply, so then you get 60x, 4800 here, divide both sides, and so you end up with what her percent would be divided by 60, cancel the 0, 480 divided by 6, she ends up with 80%. There you go.